Hello. Can you see me? Aha, here we are. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to my humble little channel. I see Critical Cripple is here with me. Thank goodness. I'm not alone. So, we are doing this fundraiser here. I'm expecting some friends. I have posted the link in our little group chat. There's Jim. Hi, Jim. Good to see you too. So, who wants to come in? I'm sort of sitting here by my little lonesome. Hi, Nerdy. Nerdy, want in? Let me get a hold of some Nerdy here. Alrighty. And then there's this. I'm slow at Twitter, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know. There's dead air. Oh my God. You're supposed to be talking, woman. Holy crap, Holy. You're not in the chat anymore. This is your show, baby. You're supposed to be talking. Okay, there you go, Nerdy. I sent you a link, my dear. Anybody else? Hi, Tony. All right. And let me get over here and just start sending out links. Oh my God, I feel so stupid. Okay, Twittering is a challenge for me. I'm getting better at it. I'm looking for disciple. I can't spell disciple. Yeah, C. There you are. Pow. Boom. When I get Twitter notifications, it sounds like a little rattlesnake. Nobody cared. Hi, doorknob head. Oh, I'm so glad you're in here. I have been wanting to ask you a question. Doorknob head, my husband calls donuts doorknobs. Is that what your name is referring to, or is it actual doorknobs? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, I'm quiet like I'm expecting to hear him answer. All right, there's Lavender.
Hi, sweetie.
Diana.
Do you hear me?
Hello, Miss
We
Faye.
do, Faye. Hi. Yay.
Hi.
Okay, I got all the twits out. The Twitters out. There's Nadine.
Oh, bonjour, moi. And there is the disembodied head. Hi, Nadine.
Hello. I was gonna say you guys don't have to put me in quite yet because I still have to run to the to the uh to the little disembodied headroom.
Okay.
Wave at me when you come back, and I will let you back in.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, my.
Jim is
Hi,
here.
Jim.
Diana
Hi.
has been genetic. Oh, hello.
I want
Say what again?
to be off the cam for just a moment. I'm stuffing my face.
Okay.
Nom, nom, nom.
Basically, it looks much more vulgar than that.
I don't know how you can
Flat
keep that
Southern
mustache
lady
so
stuff.
perfect.
Oh, that's why I'm not going to be on the stream. I'm not going to be on it until I pick all the chili beans out of it.
Oh,
Okay, there you go. Sort of like Oliver Sacks eating soup.
Yeah, I don't mess with I just mess with the ones on the surface. If they've embedded themselves deep enough, those are leftovers.
Beans and chili and
Did you say
criminal.
something at me just now, or what?
what?
I thought I heard
Oh,
you.
yeah. I was gonna say you were genetically spliced with a cuckoo clock.
Oh,
Wonder Lady.
Hi.
Hi.
Long time no talk.
I know.
How you
I
been?
just recently
I'm here.
discovered. I just recently discovered that I could actually whistle like that, and it's become an obsession.
Whistle how?
You see me.
She's
For most of
constantly
my life,
doing
I
it.
couldn't do that.
I was going to ask you though if you've been like diagnosed with a tick.
Oh, yes. Oh,
I
Oh,
remember my
I have friends who have
yes, I can see.
Tourette's.
I remember my little brother went through this phase where he discovered that he could, in his words, quote unquote, breathe through his butt, and he
Oh,
could like
no.
I guess take in air and like make himself fart, and he thought it was the funniest thing that he could breathe through his butt.
You know what would be really wonderful would be if this
Yeah,
new
you're right.
whistling ability would also mean that I could play the flute. But the unfortunate thing is I don't have the spare cash right offhand to buy a flute and find out.
Yeah, I think it's more of a correlation.
Well, basically what happened, the original instrument I wanted to play at the age of 7 was the flute. But there was a ridge at the center of my upper lip, which split the airflow and would not allow that uh, column of vibrating air, if you will,
Right.
within
So-
the flute, and I simply could not produce a tone.
What
So
about reed instruments?
say again?
Do you have trouble with reed instruments as well, like a saxophone, clarinet?
No. As a matter of fact, my next choice was the clarinet, and I played clarinet for 10, 12 years, something like that.
Wow. I played the trumpet in band. I'm a guitarist, but I for as far as band goes, I played trumpet.
I play flute.
Okay, now I wish I could play guitar. The problem is,
I used to sing once upon a time.
I love playing
I
guitar.
bet you still can.
I've been
Yeah.
playing since I was 8.
No, there is a malformation within my motor cortex on the right side, which screws up the ability for me to use my
The
left
independent
hand.
dexterity left to right hand.
Yeah, the left hand has no fine motor coordination at all. I have tried playing guitar, and I end up strangling the neck.
They have a device that actually rides on the frets, and you just press a button on it, and it'll mash the right ones. As long as you know what chord you want to play, you just press that one button, and it'll mash down the right strings. And it's for people with poor motor control or who may have a carpal syndrome of some sort.
I'd almost consider it.
Yeah, it's really neat. I'll send you a link.
Danke schön.
Bitte.
One of the things that I had always wanted to do was play what most people would call classical guitar. Play Villalobos, or actually Villalobos, but that's beside the point.
Some Esteban.
Say again?
Esteban, some flamenco.
Yes, absolutely. Even
I started off playing classical, and then classical turned into shredding.
Okay. I mean, even some of the popular stuff that involves a good bit of fretwork.
Just like blues scales and.
Yep, you got it.
Yep. Harmonics and whatnot.
My husband plays the guitar. He's got a bunch of them, and I rarely hear him play anymore. I fuss at him all the time because he doesn't practice. But
One of the things
I will give them good homes if he's wanting to adopt them out.
Are you kidding me? No, he wants to buy more. He's more of a collector now than a.
Okay.
I never had the coordination to play an instrument, even though my grandmother was a pianist.
Nadine, are you reading?
I think you play a beautiful microphone.
I used to do opera until I was like 25.
Wow, really?
I don't have the voice anymore.
Were you alto or?
No, I was a 3-octave soprano.
Wow. I would love to hear that. Do you have any recordings or anything?
Someone might.
That you'd be willing to share?
If I do, I guarantee I know the song it is. It's probably the Ave Maria from somebody's wedding.
I did one song. I was in choir for a while, and I performed one time, and it was Piesu.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty dang interesting to me that we've got all these singers in the room all at once.
I'm not a singer anymore.
Not a singer.
You are, Angie.
I sing, but I'm not a singer.
There's the thing.
That was actually I was thinking about doing like a little karaoke party in here. I'm a little nervous about maybe like copyright stuff. I don't know if they would cut me off in midstream.
They might. They very well might if you pull some.
If you played it at like 1.25 speed, they shouldn't.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, there was a time. Once upon a time, I'm a trained bass baritone.
Wow.
And that's the reason I really haven't sung.
We could still get some 4-part harmonies going right here.
So my claim to fame is when I was 16 years old, I had a band called Pledge to Nothing, a little anarchist band, and we were a Green Day cover band basically.
Cool.
And we won this talent show called Battle of the Bands, and the award for winning Battle of the Bands was we got to open up for Trapped and Drowning Pool in San Angelo, Texas.
Wow.
And so that was my little 15 minutes of fame. Was my little high school rinky-dink band got to open up for Trapped in Drowning Pool.
Oh, wonderful.
I have been to San Angelo, Texas.
You've been to San Angelo?
I've been there, yes.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I used to live in Big Spring.
Really? I grew up in Rankin.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I lived in Big Spring for like my entire
my mom went to high school in Crane.
Small world.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like nobody knows where Big Spring is. A Big Spring, no, it's not Big Spring Owls, that's the Big Lake Owls. It's a Big Spring I can't think of the mascot.
Oh God, I don't remember. It's like the Hornets or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I got kicked out about 2/3 of the way, so
shoot.
I ended up having to go to a private Christian school.
I made it 4
so I
for
could
4.
Graduate. That was loads of fun. The Bible course, crash Bible course in 3 months was really
all kinds of good learning in there.
Yeah, first time I ever made straight A's in my life. I don't know how them kids learn anything.
Hey, as long as you know how many animals of each, how many of each animal went on the ark, you're good. That's all you need to know in life.
That was the only hard part, was line by line, chapter by chapter. I had to go from Genesis to Revelation and do the little workbooks, And
once you get past the genealogies, it's not bad.
Numbers nearly killed me.
Numbers and Ezra and First
They would make you write it out. You had to read it, because if you didn't read it, you couldn't answer the stupid questions.
Oh no!
It was it was hideous. But
so you had to know how to spell Jehoiakim and all that.
Huh?
You had to know how to spell Jehoiakim and Nebuchadnezzar and all that.
Yes, words I couldn't pronounce them, spell them, any of that, and I never quite understood the purpose until you get a little further over. And it's like, oh well, they have to prove lineage for certain prophecies, and so I think that's why that all got stuck in there anyway. So
right, even though the prophecy is supposed to go down through the father, and Joseph wasn't the father, so that's strange.
Right. Yeah, it's all screwed up.
Yeah, it's screwed up like a soup sandwich.
And that's why I felt real bad when I first deconverted. Like, how did you fall for that all those years? How could you have been? Because I'm naturally a skeptical person in general, and I fell for that crap hard.
I never asked myself, why I fell for it. I immediately blamed everybody. I blamed everybody but myself. I was like, why did they lead me to this? Like, why didn't they tell me that there was something else? Why didn't they tell me that it could? Why did they tell me that it couldn't be questioned? That was my biggest thing, was why did I wait until now to question it? And the answer to that question was because I was told to.
Yeah, that I know it has so much. It's all about the indoctrination, and you trust the people that tell you these things. But
we're all indoctrinated, and indoctrination has such an ugly connotation, but indoctrination is just that which we absorb from our surroundings, and religion is definitely that, but I would say that's a negative type of indoctrination.
Okay.
Because what you're doing is it's an indoctrination that limits you. It's a dogmatic teaching that says this thing is always right, this is always true, and it can never be not true, therefore you shouldn't question it.
I tend to think of indoctrination more as a teaching of a certain belief system or ideology, not just, the stuff that happens to you that makes you who you are.
Can you give me an example of something that is not a belief system?
Something that's not a belief system. Well, a belief system I'm not sure I understand your question wholly. I think
I'll just using the word that you used. You said that indoctrination was something that's like a belief system or a worldview, right?
I'm just going by my dictionary.
Right. Yeah,
I'm
but
a
I mean,
dictionary girl.
indoctrination doesn't have to be, religious, or it doesn't have to be brainwashing or whatever like that. It always has that kind of connotation, but really it's just the things that you learn from what's around you.
But it's an ideology thing for me,
Yeah.
I guess.
Sure, I can agree with that. It's the dogmatic part that I have a problem with.
It can be politics. It can be, your diet.
Oh, well
your
then.
whatever, do you get vaccination? All those. It can be anything. It's not necessarily religious, but it's an ideology or of a path. Is the word I use.
My mother,
the way you walk, a way you go.
But is it only indoctrination when it's something that you disagree with?
No, I don't think so.
I like that answer.
Indoctrination is when you do it to someone who has no, oh my gosh, what I'm looking for.
Naive, or
like children and the disabled and the desperate.
So you're saying like taking advantage of somebody and pushing a belief system on them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was mad because, I fell for it more than anything, but I was also pretty ticked off that I had never had any exposure to anything else. Like, I didn't know anything about there being atheists. I had not really even heard the word or anything like that when I was growing up.
I'd heard the word, but it was used synonymously with the boogeyman. I had never, to my knowledge, met an atheist or seen an atheist. I didn't think they existed. I was like, people really are out here not believing in God? Like, shut up.
I didn't think it was possible to not believe. I understood that there were people in the world that didn't believe in my God, but I didn't think there was anybody in the world that didn't believe in something.
Exactly.
Same here. And to be one of those people now is pretty incredible.
Right. And pagans, I didn't think I thought paganism had died out millennia ago.
Yeah, I was a little shocked to come across that. When I deconverted, I went spiritual for a little while, like ghost hunting and thinking that it was all energy in the universe and a little bit of stupid crap like that.
Crystal vibration.
I didn't stay there long. I went right on to, I don't think any of it's credible.
Yeah. Well, you seem like you got a really really awesome head on your shoulders.
Oh, sometimes, unless I'm drinking.
Well, as long as it's on your shoulders, it's an awesome head, in my opinion. I mean,
thank you very much. Yeah, I used to keep it under my arm, but that got uncomfortable. So.
Oh man. You're not in the hall by any chance, are you?
Oh, Nadine, are you there? I didn't forget about you. Is she trying to come in? Somebody look at the private chat. Hang on.
I don't think I've been indoctrinated with anything except for the fact that there are people in the world who will try to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
What about things like karma?
No.
I wish karma was real, but it ain't.
Right.
I like the idea of karma.
It is a nice concept, but the unfortunate thing is that most people's concept of karma is that they're going to get paid back in this life for what they've done wrong. But in the actual concept of karma, you don't have to pay for anything in this life. It's the next life that you're paying for what happens in this life.
Well, my mom explained it this way. She's like, karma is kindness.
What goes around comes around.
Well, no, kindness is contagious.
I like that.
Yeah,
and she just said, if you want people to be kind, be kind. So kindness is contagious. She never talked about like if you're awful, people will be awful.
I do agree that it's contagious, but I don't agree that it is susceptible to everybody. I believe that not everybody has that allergy. They have the potential.
I said it to some woman in a parking lot, and she followed me around in Trader Joe's for the next 40 minutes telling me the story of her life. Like instantly
Okay.
we were friends. And she was really cool and lovely and great human being. But she basically like did the instant connection. You are good people and I'm going to tell you everything I can in the next 40 minutes. And I'm like, my sister's looking at me like, how do you do that? And I said, I let her step in front of me and said, kindness is contagious. And next thing I know, she's my buddy.
Yeah. The hairdresser's curse. Everybody that walks in the door wants to tell me their entire life story in the time it takes me to cut their hair.
Oh my word.
Did they tell you about the nasty bits though?
Oh, well, yeah. Honestly,
Did they?
sometimes perfect strangers, never been in there before, will sit down and literally just spill their guts. And, usually it takes a few appointments where we get to know each other, oh, hi, how are the kids this week or this month or whatever. But there have been more than one time that just right off the street come and spill your guts. And in my opinion, it is because you have to put your hands on them. When you make that physical connection, people just
That makes
open their
sense.
guts and let it all out. They
Which
don't actually need a drink,
Which brings to mind a certain song very well done by Sinatra, and I believe Bette Midler did it as well. It's
Yeah.
2:45. There's no one in the place.
Just you and me.
Yeah, that one.
Cause it's one for my baby.
Where is Nadine?
I love me
I'm
some
having trouble telling
Sinatra.
if she's back in the room or not because she's camouflaged.
Oh my, oh my. What you can do, you do know about looking below the row of screens for the, what's the word?
Yes.
The notification.
No, I see her. I've got her little thumbnail here, but I can't tell if she's actually sitting there, not trying to get in. Because she's in the backstage. She never left backstage. I'll just wait for her to sit back down in her chair.
Oh, move beef. Okay, fine.
Not sure if she's sitting there or not because of her green shirt. I was like, wave at me or something.
If you're ready to go in, just pop something in the private chat there, Nadine, and Angie, you'll see it hopefully, and we'll just go from on there. And why is it that I'm talking like this? I don't know.
Did you know that Arby's?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you know that Arby's has the meats?
Oh, jeez, man.
Doorknob wants me to give him a beehive. I could totally rock you a beehive, honey.
Oh man, as an ex-Pentecostal, man, beehives get me hot, man.
That's what we call it, the PhD, the Pentecostal hairdo.
Them beehives in a denim skirt. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Denim skirt to the floor, denim skirt.
Within 3/4 sleeve button-up shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Ain't never had a haircut.
Hallelujah. Shamalahaya. Talk to me now.
Raggedy
Shamalahaya. What's Shamalahaya?
Oh, sorry, y'all got me speaking in tongues now.
Oh yes, I'm not
I just want everybody to witness I have anointed these people with the Holy Spirit tonight.
There you go.
When Apro Shore Sota, the Draught marched, person to the rota, and bathed every vein in sweet liqueur, when Zephyrus ec with the sweated breath. Does Old English count?
I'm like the Oprah of the Holy Ghost. It's like, you get Holy Ghost, and you get Holy Ghost. Look under your chair. Everybody gets Holy Ghost.
I was actually doing the opening lines of Chaucer, though.
Oh my! Oh my!
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I was listening to Faye, and I was like, "Wait, what happened?"
No, I was doing the opening to the Canterbury Tales.
Oh, do it again! I didn't hear it.
When Apro Shore Sota, the Draught marches, person to the ropa, and bathed every vein in sweet liqueur. When Zephyrus ec with the sweated breath, and spirit hath, and every holten hath the tender flowers and the younger sun, and person to the road doth every one.
What she said.
Mm-hmm.
That was very cool.
It's part of the prologue. That's the closest I can come to speaking in tongues.
Oh.
You just have to let loose.
You got to fake it though, because they're all faking it.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, once you're up at the altar and you know that you're not going to get lunch until you speak in tongues and everybody else is, and they have their hand on your head and they're gripping you and they're shaking and they're sweating profusely, and you're like, just let me out of here. You're like,
Did you ever have any of them that wanted they tried to make their prayer language or whatever they wanted to call it sound like an actual knowable language? We had a lady in our church that would pray in tongues in what sounded like French. It was not French. There was no actual French words being said, but it sounded Frenchish. If you
I've
get
always
my
wanted to go back to church and act like I get the Holy Ghost and go out there and go.
I have a question though. How do they justify speaking in tongues with the whole Tower of Babel story?
Well, the speaking in tongues was a prophecy from Amos, from an Old Testament prophet that was saying that in the end of days that people will speak in tongues again, and on the day of Pentecost, Peter turned towards everybody, and everybody was speaking in tongues, and he said, "See, this is what he had prophesied, that in the end of days that the gift of prophecy will return." So the gift of prophecy, the gift of interpreting dreams, the gift of interpreting the tongues. All those were gifts that came back after Jesus' death on the day of Pentecost.
And you know what cracked me up the most about that? Is every time I go and I would read that in Acts, that's not what it says. It doesn't say they were speaking in tongues. It says the people heard
exactly
their own language.
Yes.
It doesn't say that the disciples
that's
were
an Acts,
speaking
yeah.
anything but their own language, but the people's ears were touched by God and they heard their own tongues. And I just
that's just the instance in Acts. The one I'm specifically talking about is the one in Mark, in 1 Corinthians.
Okay, I'll have to get my book out to look for that one.
In Mark, it says that Jesus was telling them, he said that there will be signs that will follow those who believe, and they will speak in new tongues.
Yeah, okay. I forgot.
Oh, new tongues, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, but you're right. In Acts 2, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, it says that there were other people who could hear them speaking in their own tongues.
I remember it's just kind of, because it's weird to me, it made me think of this story, but I had my heart broken because someone was a big jerk to me, and I'm having a bit of a cry, and this religious person comes up to me, and didn't know she was religious, and a friend of mine, though, we never talked about godly stuff before, and she's like, okay, close your eyes, breathe, blah blah blah, let the spirit in, and I'm like, what? And it suddenly started to be this religious thing, and I was like, I backed up from her. I'm like, no, what are you doing?
Stop, it burns.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to help you, and I'm like, it's healthier to cry than to do what you're doing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's all fun and games until people start grabbing onto parts of your body after you just told them that that you just got out of surgery and you're hurting and everything. Like, oh well, let's everybody come up here and just grab onto him and put hands on him. Let's pray for him real quick. It's like, can we not do that?
Don't touch me. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you were talking about when you were saying, Jim, the so-called Great Commission.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that whole thing where right after that, they will pick up snakes with their hands, and if they drink any deadly poison, it will not harm them. They will lay their hands on the sick, and they will be made well.
That's a long ending, though. That's a long ending of Mark. That's not in the earliest copies.
Right.
Yeah, but no, that was written in to kind of give a parallel to the Old Testament, because Moses put a bronze serpent upon a rod, and anybody who, I believe, washed their hands or washed the wound in the presence of that serpent on the rod, then they were to be healed from the poison.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't.
I'm not going to comment on that.
I can't.
It wasn't that big.
Well, isn't that a lot like the medical symbol with the snakes?
Yeah,
around?
the staff of Capheus, the two snakes wrapped around the staff. Yeah, that's interpreted from that. Well, because snakes have always been revered for their regenerative abilities by Babylonians, Akkadians, Sumerians.
Is that because of the shedding of the skin thing? Do you think?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
Okay.
And also their resistance to extreme heat, to extreme cold. They can get thrown down a mountain and live.
Yeah, my whole thing was a couple of high school classmates that I discovered later on Facebook. One was always crazy Christian. Another one was a convert. They both, especially the convert, actually believed that they could cure illness, relieve pain, etc., etc., by the laying on of hands. And I'm thinking, God damn, that can be really dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if you think that's dangerous, the church that I went to, my uncle preached before me, and my grandpa taught before him. And during the times of my grandpa was teaching, they were actually handling snakes. They would have a basket with a rattlesnake in it. They would take it out and then pass it around.
Now that's upsetting.
That is one thing that my sister did not do, at least.
Well, a lot of the churches have them defanged. Like their faith isn't even that great. Like they have the snakes defanged.
Yeah, you have to wonder about that one. We're pulling this from the Bible, in which we believe without question. And okay, let's pull those fangs just in case. And it's like, okay,
right.
guys.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
just in case God was bullshitting.
I was gonna say that's probably because they've been doing something naughty. they use Lord's name in vain or something. You never know.
Yeah.
If God can read your mind, tell me who don't think ugly thoughts at least 10 times a day.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing, that there are so many commandments that are thought crimes that if somebody ever did get bit by a snake in the early Christian church, they would say, "Oh, well, it's just due to you not being righteous enough. Like you must have done something wrong.
You pissed God off. Oh, where did I go?
Yep, you must like butt stuff."
No comment.
Someone told
don't go handling snakes.
Someone told one of my half sisters that her mother was obviously a bad person because she died from breast cancer, and she wasn't a good, faithful woman, or whatever it is that they call them, because she died, and they know another person who had breast cancer who lived. So therefore, my sister's mother was, a bad person. That kind of cured her of any religious respect.
Yeah.
They did that to my mother when my little brother got killed. He was 12 years old, had a motorcycle wreck, and those bitches told her he couldn't go to heaven because she had not had him baptized and he was already 12 years old.
Sounds like S.J. Thompson shit.
I wanted.
Oh my.
Oh,
and she's been pulling that shit again within the last 24 hours.
Yeah, and she used me. Did you see that?
No. What happened?
I don't know. I wasn't even a part of it. I guess Telltale and who else was it? There's somebody else went with him to a JW church, and I guess supposedly infiltrated or whatever. I haven't watched the video, but then apparently she uses a GIF of me saying "oops" or whatever, like I'm supporting her argument or something like that, and I just commented and I was like, I don't endorse this.
And then there was the other one where SJ was and clearly stated that she was advocating for torture.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reported her on that one.
She's that kind of person.
I actually reported those tweets, and I hope that something decent happens, but knowing Twitter, no, it won't.
Oh, she got reported for saying that atheist children should be culled. So.
Yeah, I'm glad she's not part of my list. I have exactly one Christian on my followers list that I follow, and because she and I can have a fairly tolerable conversation, she has a tendency to blow me off. It's like, I don't have time for you right now, Angie. I'm busy.
Aww.
Okay.
No, it's because I call her out on when she says dumb stuff, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not rude about it, but I'll be like, are you sure about that? Because this would make more sense. She's like, I just don't have time for your
Alright.
nonsense right now.
Oh my word. Did she actually delete those tweets?
Which ones?
It looks like she might have. Happily,
I'm sure she did. She got a lot of shit for it.
happily I got the screenshots.
Ooh.
Oh, if you don't
I
have
have an
this,
SJ Google Drive folder.
if you don't have the screenshots, you know who does? Florida Line.
Oh, absolutely. All
Florida
right,
Line
here
is
we go.
SJ's worst nightmare when it comes to.
And it's one of the reasons I so dearly love Florida Line. The two tweets I reported were, number one, why shouldn't those who, in all caps, murdered innocents in Walmarts and strip malls be tortured and killed? You tell me, is the value of their lives better than those they, all caps, slaughtered? That was the first one. The next one I reported was, why should the beast who killed people today in El Paso be given rights? I seriously think he should be tortured in humiliating ways on public TV. That will, all caps, stop these atrocities.
Okay, so it might stop the atrocities, but as a Christian, what is that doing for that person?
As a human, how sick is that?
Exactly. That is just one person. I mean, I can understand seeing the benefit of something like that, but at the same time, you're ignoring the fact that you're torturing a human, that person is going to receive some consequences from that nobody else is going to receive.
They
never.
kill them all and let God sort them out anyway.
Well, that's just them following that moral framework, that moral standard that is God, because God didn't have to drown all those people when he loaded Noah and his family up on the ark. He didn't have to drown everybody. He could have poofed everybody from existence, but he chose to drown people. Now, why is drowning better than just getting rid of them? Why do you have to make people suffer?
Yeah. And that whole thing is it's all retribution. That's all it is.
It's fear factor.
Exactly. It's revenge, and it shows that God is not only petty, but that he is no better than a human.
Right. Well, of course not.
God
is human created.
I was watching the Peasants' Revolt. The information about the 14th century Peasants' Revolt.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was very interesting. Basically, it was a lot of corporeal punishment. A lot of corporeal punishment, not only from the peasants to the nobility, but from the nobility to the peasants when they ultimately betrayed them. And it kind of blew my mind that you want equality, you want this, you want the end of serfdom, you want the end of craziness, but you're going to behave crazy.
But
you're
at
going
the
to
same
murder.
time, if they want to be like Jesus, they don't want equality. They want to humble themselves down below anybody else and make themselves servants of the world. Or at least that's what they're supposed to do, right?
Well, at least that's
that
what
was another thing. They were kind of like anti church things, because the clergy were also behind the incredible tax that was going out.
Well, and why is it that they are tax exempt again? Aren't they supposed to be providing some sort of charitable services? Then why is it that the doors are locked 5 days a week in an air-conditioned place with pews with cushions on the seats while there's homeless people sleeping on the steps outside?
Good question.
I actually did look that up one day, and I forget. Here we go. Let's see if we can.
Woohoo! Hey, y'all, we're up to $605 on our fundraiser.
All right.
Yes.
Sweet.
Anyone put down my name for the recordings?
I do not see any specific anything
Okay.
like that. I don't know that that's an option.
Okay.
But we had Nerdy and we had Wellington.
Because
Thank you
I
so much,
will do those
Nerdy.
voice recordings.
Thank you, Nerdy.
Okay, we have an article, Why Are Churches and Religious Organizations Tax Exempt? On the site www.focusonthefamily.com. I don't think we'll bother with that one.
I had an argument with a Christian about whether or not churches were tax exempt, and she said, no, they're not.
Oh,
I went,
bullshit.
yes, they are.
Well,
No, they're not. They pay their dues just like we do. And no, no, no. We still have this argument. She's local. I argue with her all the time.
there was an article I found, I think it was a number of years ago, about the history of tax exemption for church. And if I remember correctly, it went back pre-colonial.
Probably.
I also have, just so y'all know, all the links to Doc's fundraiser and to the next stream are in my description underneath here if you need them. But Robert's doing a great job of keeping stuff posted in the chat, and I super appreciate Robert today.
Yay. Robert is a big sweetie. I love him dearly.
Definitely.
Where's the next stream at?
The next stream is at Purple Rhymes with Orange.
Yay, purple. Big sweetie, 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 sweetie.
And I
That's
go
it.
on at 11 p.m.
Yes, Faye goes on after Purple.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Silver Lena, I hope. I have not yet heard back from her for sure yet, so I have yet to get a link for her.
Well, I'll be here to keep you company unless somebody kicks me out, in which case I do not blame them.
No.
You can stick
Why would we
around.
do that?
Well, probably for your own health and well-being.
Oh dear.
Yes, my stream is over at 8 p.m. Central Time, and then we go over to Purple.
Then it's lights out.
Okay, so I have a question for all. Let's go. Let's do
Yes,
this.
dear.
I have to plan this.
Okay.
Yes, I brought a Speedo.
Oh, dear heavens. Okay.
No, I can't fit
I
into
want to know what is your number one favorite concert you've ever been to?
Chicago.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Metallica.
Got it. Count Basie and his orchestra at the Canton Palace Theater in 1980.
No, actually, I take mine back.
I have seen Count Basie.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to say it because I thought people were going to laugh at me, but I don't care. But Coldplay was the best live concert I've ever seen.
Coldplay's all right. There's nothing wrong with them.
Well,
I
it
saw
wasn't
Harry
just their
Connick
music; it was their performance. But as far as sound goes, like the best sounding concert I've ever been to was Hinder. Yeah. Like Hinder sounds just like their album playing live. Like they're amazing live performers.
They've got some really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite show was the Scorpions, and
Ooh.
it was not. They're not my favorite band. Like I have a favorite band. They're one of them, but they're not my favorite. But that was the best concert I've ever seen. Everybody stood up in their chairs the entire time. The music almost never stopped. They went, one into the next, and it was just go, 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 go the whole time. It was the best time ever.
My first concert, I was a baby with a mullet at a Rat concert.
Oh, my.
Mullet baby.
Yeah, mullet baby.
But I got really lucky back in the younger days when these people were still around and everything. I got to hear Count Basie and the orchestra. I got to hear Dizzy Gillespie.
Oh my gosh!
Of all places, at the Cleveland Zoo Amphitheater. It was a free concert, for fuck's sake.
Wow.
Mark Caesar says his best one was Pink Floyd. So
okay.
Yeah.
Maynard Ferguson.
I saw the Pink Floyd Laser show. That was really good.
Nadine's back finally. Sorry.
yay.
I'm sorry, Diane. Go right ahead with yours. Finish. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah, when I say Maynard Ferguson, does anybody know who I'm talking
Hey.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
about? Well, he was a trumpeter, played with Stan Kenton. Many much known for his high register work.
Conquistador.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Got
Hell
to
yeah.
hear him and his band.
Good stuff.
Let's
I like to
see.
hear just him.
Say again?
I like to hear just him, just his stuff.
Okay. Trying to think here. Larry Carlton, I got to hear.
Oh yeah.
He played with the Crusaders for a while, and then started doing his own jazz guitar work. I heard him in '91. He closed the Pittsburgh Arts Festival.
When did he stop playing? Because he died. I remember while I was in the military, so it wasn't that long ago. Maybe 20 years ago.
Wait a minute.
No, not that long ago. Maybe 15 years ago.
Whoops. Larry Carlton. No.
Hold up a minute. What the hell is going on with Nadine?
No,
Carlton is still alive.
no, Maynard.
Holy
Maynard. Oh,
What? What's
crazy.
wrong? Do I have something on my face?
So a little bit.
What?
I love you so much.
Okay, here we go.
What? I don't feel anything.
You look fine to me.
Yeah.
It's probably nothing.
That is so
Yeah.
like Leatherface weird wonderfulness right there.
Just walk it off. You'll be fine.
Yeah. No, that's what I
Okay.
thought.
You do have a landscape going through your sinus cavities. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh well, that's what's been wrong with my nose. Oh my gosh, my sinuses have been a little stuffed up.
You need some bow rocks.
Doorknob had asked me about how many could be in here, and yes, you can have green if you want in. I don't know. I tried to find you on Twitter, but I don't know if I have you on my Twitter. So come find me or help me out. If you want to come in, I will send you a link.
Oh my! 23 August 2006.
Oh wow. That okay. Yeah, I thought it was sooner than that.
Aww.
Yeah, Ferguson. I heard at the P.J. Thomas Hall, University of Akron.
Wow.
Back in the 80s. I was still married at the time.
I don't know if anybody's into it, but has anybody heard of a guy named Scott Byram?
I'm
No,
bad
He's
with
really good.
names.
He's out of Austin, Texas. He's kind of like a grungy, hard rock kind of, not really hard rock, but jazzy kind of stuff, bluesy. It's really good.
Okay then. Yay.
Yeah, it's BIRAM if you're ever interested.
Okay. So Nadine, the question to the group is, what is your favorite or best concert you've ever seen?
My favorite or best concert I've ever seen? Well, when I was a teenager, you used to be able to walk into the concert last minute and get a seat for $20.
Really?
But you went in last minute and you got the nosebleeds up, like the stage would be here and you were way the heck up here in the smoke zone.
Mm.
And I went and saw Aerosmith and Skid Row, and then I saw Bon Jovi and Skid Row. I got
Nice.
so high.
You got 18 in life twice.
Yeah, and I got but I think my favorite was Tina Turner. I saw her in '88. That was the first concert I ever went to. Was Tina Turner in '88.
Oh my, oh my, oh
And-
my.
I saw
and
Beyonce one time, and I was unimpressed.
Yeah, I've seen a few big
And
performers that I wasn't very impressed with.
Mariah Carey, Shania Twain, what's her name? The Dixie Chicks, and Britney Spears. I was not impressed with any of them.
Yeah.
I've never been impressed with any of them.
Yeah, no, I love Tina
the
Turner.
girls
Was
that I was
awesome.
dating at the time was.
Vince Neil of Motley Crue by the leg one time, 1985. Theater of Pain tour.
One time.
I think I might have to change my face. It's getting really hot and under
I was
here.
going to say, how long is that going to last, honey, before you break out?
I saw the when I was in the Navy, Hootie and the Blowfish, when they were doing their reunion tour, whatever, came through the base, and I saw them with Fats Domino.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was really good. But they when they introduced them as Booty and the Hoe Fish, and I've never been able to call them anything else.
Booty and the Hoe Fish.
Yeah, now playing Booty and the Hoe Fish.
I love it.
Loud, and the other half just started crying, laughing.
Now the concert I missed and so wish I could have attended was Chick Corea.
Ooh.
He was playing at the uni I attended first time around, and I didn't get to hear him.
That was way too hot.
I still haven't seen a good rap concert. I want to see like Eminem or Logic or maybe Twisto or Hopsin or something like that. So it's like a good lyrical artist.
No rap for me, thanks. Just doesn't appeal to me for some reason.
Yeah.
I can appreciate rap for what it is because it's really freaking hard to do. If
yeah.
you're,
Oh, I
try to rap,
it takes a good deal of skill.
Have you ever heard this the song "Guns and Ships" from Hamilton?
Yeah,
if you listen to the
Broadway.
Hamilton's, if you listen to the Hamilton's soundtrack, he raps like a machine gun in that one.
Yep.
It's amazing.
So good.
I can do Bust a Move. That's about it. That's old school 80s rap when you had.
Oh, come on, Salt and Pepper.
That was back when everybody was rapping on the same beat.
Wasn't it Young MC that did that one?
I think so, but
you want it, you got it. Just bust a move.
No, I can manage the little rap section in Roll the Bones, but that's about it.
Welcome back, Face.
I just like it because of all the lyrical potential that it has. You can pack so many more words and so much more meaning into it. For me, like it's kind of like slam poetry for me because you can put so much emphasis on things without taking away from the song, and you can't really do that when you're singing. Not in the same way, anyways.
Like I said, I appreciate rap for what it is. I don't really care to listen to it much. Like I said, I'm old school 80s. Give me some Ice-T, give me some Tone Loc.
Mm-hmm.
I think
wow, bang.
I think what really turned me off on rap was, given the neighborhood I'm in, all I heard was that gangsta stuff.
But NWA.
Yeah, I can't get it.
I don't know any of the names associated, but it was all. I can't.
Fuck the police.
I can't go into the lyrics because we'll get thrown off the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't fault them for wanting their freedom of expression or any of that, but I just don't have to listen to it if I don't like it. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got the freedom to express, and you got the freedom to turn it the fuck off.
Precisely.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what I do with the new country.
That's why God made AM and FM.
My sister and I were out a Salt and Pepper cassette. driving around, just listening to that. It was fun.
I like salt and pepper. It's real good.
I like garlic
Mhm.
powder.
Garlic powder.
Screw the garlic powder. I'll chew on a clove of fresh garlic, man.
Give me some
Whoa.
Old Bay all day.
Oh,
I
you get
can't remember the name of the song, but it was like, I swear, I stared. My niece, my witness. The brother had it going on with something kind of, wicked, wicked. It's just something like that. It was just like, oh yeah, I get it.
We just need
Ah.
somebody who can do the beatboxing.
I can't rap, but I do remember the lyrics, and we would just turn it up. It was that and Donna Summer all summer long.
Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening.
Oh
I
yeah.
love Donna Summer.
We were
And that's stuck in my
stuck
head
in
forever now. Thank
traffic.
you.
You're welcome. At
We were
least it's
stuck
not
in
fucking
traffic
Baby
with our
Shark.
feet hanging out the windows, listening to Donna Summer. Like, it stands still on the highway, having a blast, and people were rolling down their windows. Like, what are they listening to?
And then a cop comes out of nowhere and just fucks it all up.
Actually, yes.
Then you got to eat the weed, and it's just.
I'll be right back.
yeah, that's exactly what they said.
They were like, enjoying yourselves, ladies, and it was
I've been
like,
on that road before.
yes.
Pretty sure it's the
We
same
had
cop.
just gone to a concert too. I think we went to go see Rush.
Awesome. Pop up chat.
My,
I-
oh my. It's, I never got to go to any of those concerts, but I remember when Rush was playing the Agora in Cleveland. I was in high school at the time. Would have been so easy to see them had I been able to get out of the goddamn house.
Yeah.
But I wasn't allowed to get out, one of those deals.
Nobody believes me that I never went to any party birthday party or otherwise that wasn't of my family in school. I never left the house. My bedroom windows were painted shut. Like I could not leave the house. Did not, and hardly anybody believes me that I never snuck out as a child.
yeah.
And it's not so much that I couldn't. I'm sure I could find a way, but it's out of fear of what would happen when I got
If you
back.
When you got back.
I never
Yeah.
snuck out. There was no reason.
I used to sneak out all the time. I was good at it too.
I never did. I never had the reason to either.
The one of the
If
very
I
few
wanted to-
things that
Go
I
ahead.
absolutely, totally regret was that I did not screw up the courage and run the fuck away from home when I was 14.
Aw. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really hate that they were mean to you. Nobody deserves that.
But
I regret running away from home, but I wish I would have walked.
I ran away
my
twice.
big thing was I had foresight, and I was always afraid of being destitute, etc., etc., etc.
Mm.
And
Nothing
I
wrong
knew
with that.
that, at 14, 13, whatever, who the hell would hire me such that I could, have a room, let's say, not necessarily an
Yeah.
apartment, but at least a room, food, clothing, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um,
And I do regret that I didn't say fuck it and do it anyway.
yeah, no doubt. I guess hindsight's 2020. Is that it?
Pretty
That's
much,
it.
pretty much.
Well, no, because you wouldn't want to be people take advantage of kids. And normally, if you run away at that age, you end up dead.
True.
I remember
I'm
my
gonna
little
say
brother.
something that you don't want to hear, but I'll say it anyway. It's, would that have been all that bad?
This is related, but it's not as heavy. Maybe it'll lighten the mood a little bit. My little brother, I remember when he was 5, he told my mom he had a speech impediment. He said, "Mom, I run away, I not come back, I never come back." She said, "You're gonna run away. You're never gonna come back." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm gonna take my GI Joe. I'm gonna take my dump truck, and I'm gonna go." So she goes, "Well, okay, if that's how you feel." And so he goes and he puts his GI Joe, his Barbie sized GI Joe, like the big action figure. He put it in his backpack and grabbed his Tonka toy, shoved it in the backpack, and wasn't zipped up. And he got on his tricycle and he took off down the sidewalk. And so I just watched him. And my mom's on the front porch, just sitting there where she was. And so I stepped up to the sidewalk to watch him. And he went up to the stop sign, at the end of the block. He stopped for a second, looked left, looked right. Turned around, he came back, and I said, "John, I thought you were running away from home." And he said, "Mama said I can't go past the stop sign."
Oh, what a good boy.
My cousin ran away once. He put a box over his head and started walking down the street.
A box over his head?
Yep.
That's funny.
I ran away 3 times. Once when I was really little, and then once in junior high because I got a bad grade. What? Burger King. Oh, my hubby loves me. Look what I got.
Yay!
Nice.
8 more pounds on my honey.
Did you get the toys?
Did I get a toy? No, but there's fries in there, baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's herpes.
Oh man!
Where's the beef?
The one thing I do wonder, and I do seriously wonder about this, how things might have turned out had he got that job in Chicago.
Yeah.
And would not have come back to Cleveland, and they would not have adopted me, and maybe someone else would have, maybe no one would have. And you wonder, that stuff gets you thinking, if you're able to make a strategic change here, there, wherever, would that necessarily be a change for the better?
Yeah,
And you can never know.
No, there's no way to tell. And
Yeah.
My one and only regret in life is that I got myself kicked out of the Navy. That's the only thing I ever look back and I go, man, if I'd have just done that different, how completely different my life would have probably been.
Yeah.
And in my mind, it would have been better.
Yeah.
But I like who I turned out to be at this point. So all the other shit that's happened must have been okay too.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, so Josiah says pheasants are named, photographed, and posted on Twitter for Pasta Babe and Nerdy.
Oh,
I've retweeted it.
Nice.
that's awesome.
I'm gone to find it. Yeah, there's two birdies for
Well, all you need is one stone.
and
and it's worth more than one in the bush.
Yeah. Click the share screen and it'll pop it up here for me to show it to everybody.
Okay, just a second here. Oh my goodness. There. Okay. So.
Where is it?
Oh, wrong screen. Share screen. Share screen. I'll screen to it. Share. And I just have to. There.
Here we go.
That's Nerdies, I believe.
Aww.
And
I messed up.
here is a Pasta Babe and Nacha.
Okay. Back to stream. There we go.
I'll share. Is it good? Do you want to see the other ones again?
Yeah, do it again.
Okay. That's not shy, I think, and that's a pasta babe.
Oh, they're so pretty.
And this one would be nerdy.
Oh,
Oh,
those are awesome.
that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
That one got named nerdy. And there's one that apparently got he had a bum leg. Stop sharing. He had a bum leg, and apparently we didn't see him around for a long time, and apparently the poor little things they found him today. And the little guy's gone. He had a
When I
broken
get kicked out
leg.
of the Navy.
He had a broken leg, and it and healed up, but all the other birds were picking on the little guy, and you didn't see him for a while, and the
Okay,
little
so they're
bird
asking me
gone.
how come I got kicked out of the Navy. I kind of don't want to tell because it's really stupid.
You're a bad
I was
naughty girl.
18. I signed up. I signed up like 6 months into my senior year for their delayed entry program, and
Uh-huh.
I
I
knew
almost
that was
did
the only
that.
way I was going to get an education because I didn't have the grades to go to college. And a lot of shit happened in that 6 months. My little brother died. I met my who would be first husband, and by the time it was time to go, I was like, I don't want to go no more. I don't want to go. And I kept telling the recruiter, I've changed my mind. I don't want to do this. And he kept telling me, too late. You can't change your mind. You've already signed all the papers. You've already been for your little physical. You've already done all this stuff. And he was lying out his ass, of course. I could have just said, no, I'm not going. And that would have been the end of it. But I didn't know that. And so I went anyway. And I got about 2 weeks into it and just had a mental breakdown because I have authority issues, and the bitch yelled at me because my lousy Navy issue pencil broke and it wasn't my damn fault. And so like I balked for a few days, just like, you know what, you tell me whatever you want to tell me to do. I'm gonna sit right here on this bed and ain't a damn thing you can do. What you gonna do? Put your hands on me, I'm not doing it, and that didn't work. So I pretended that I wanted to kill myself, I guess it's a horrible, horrible thing because I really wasn't. I knew I wasn't trying to kill myself, but I wanted them to think I was trying to kill myself, so they would let me out. And it worked well enough that they knew I wasn't really trying to, but that was crazy enough for them to send me home. So I made about
Yeah.
3 weeks in the Navy. Woo woo!
In the Navy.
I was gonna do oceanography. It was my thing I was gonna do. So. Stupid, stupid.
I almost signed up for the military too.
First husband, yes, practice husband. Second husband was what the hell was I thinking? And third time was the charm.
I went to the military, but that's a long story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not go through the military at all.
Yeah.
I had thought of it.
I only wanted to do the boot camp at the time. I thought I wanted to do boot camp, but I didn't want to sign up for the whole thing. I like the
It
idea
didn't
though.
help that the company commander in my group there was about 5 foot tall and built basically exactly like my mother. And my mother was 5 foot tall. I mean, she's this little short thing, but she was so loud and so angry. And it was just like I joined up to get the hell away from my mother. This is not what I signed up for. So yeah, that's
Aww.
can't do it. I'm a wimp. I will always and forever confess to being a wimp. That's just a thing.
I had thought about the USMA at West Point. There were three of us who were thinking about it. The brother of one had been through West Point, and with the stories he had to tell, one by one, we peeled off, and I was the last one to peel off. So that was that. It was later. I had thought, well, maybe should I have gone to Annapolis? but it was a little late by then, and such was life.
C'est la vie.
So what's everybody got going on their channels right now? I know I'm getting ready to start my Ask Granny series, giving out
Yeah.
my
Which is gonna
Dear
be
Abby
great.
advice.
Absolutely.
What you got going on, Diana?
I have to figure out what I've got going on. Seriously, I really need to absolutely sit down and hammer out the direction I want to take. I don't think I'll be giving up coffee with lavender anytime soon, but there might be some things that I do want to add, and I've got to figure out what and how. One of those little deals. I suppose that I'll have to find some people and actually sit down and talk with them, pick their brains, and then the other stuff is pray to Boss Tet and see if I get any revelation. Or I could pray to Joe.
Hang out. Nadine and Faye do their TikTok thing couple times a week.
Yeah, we're doing channel planning and stuff like that.
Yeah, can hang out.
A couple.
I like bouncing ideas off of Nadine and Faye.
Oh, speaking of Angie, can I request from you a couple of pictures?
Pictures of me?
Yes.
Do you want like serious pictures or goofy pictures or?
For reference, I'm gonna do a drawing.
I'm gonna get fan art.
Yeah.
Faye art.
Yeah.
The best kind.
Yes, I don't have a lot of pictures of myself because I do not like to take my own picture, and I'm really bad at
selfies. Headshot. I just don't want to steal your image like I did with Diana. I stole her image from one of her streams and drew her. At least she was happy with it. But
oh man, I love that. I love that thing. I really, really do. It's a sort of surreal me,
Well, that was the idea. Yeah. I enjoyed doing it too.
I still need to frame that baby and try to get it up on the wall.
Picture doorknob head, really? Really? If I did that, nobody would ever come back here again. Last time I flashed a crowd, somebody in the back hollered, "Grandma!"
Well, you know what? I've got a secret.
What?
I'm naked under my clothes.
You naughty, naughty girl.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
On live.
What?
On a live YouTube too.
So I don't know if Nadine or Faye are able to talk about what they're doing on their channels right now because they have big secrets.
Well, there's some secrets. There's some secrets. Not
you,
lots of secrets. There is some, but we're well on my channel. Do you want to go first, Faye?
You go first.
Okay. On my crafting channel, I've got a series coming out on how to do this thingy. So it's not very good with the green screen, but this thingy that I've been working on, and I've got the instruction video came out. The first round's coming out today. It came out today at 9, and I missed the at 9 my time, and I missed the premiere of it because my mom called. It was only a 5-minute video, so I missed it like immediately. And but I'm planning on doing a lot more of that kind of stuff. I'm trying to get caught up so that I have something to lean back on and content coming out when my back isn't happy during the winter, and I'm not able to do it like I would normally. So and then on my this channel, my me channel, I'm working on the same thing with tech tips. So I'll be doing up some with all the this sort of thing. I'm doing up some stuff for OBS and things like that, and what you can use instead of like this. We're using this instead of the Hangouts on air, but you can still use regular Hangouts and have whatever the limitation is for the regular Hangouts is. But of course, if you're having controversial guests, you don't want to do it that way, because then they'll always have access to your links. But yeah, because those just kind of hang around unless you delete all those. And but yeah, so I'm trying to figure that out, because of course, if you've got your for me, I run my camera through OBS for this. That's how I do this kind of thing, is running the camera through OBS.
Okay.
And so it takes whatever the picture is that I have for the OBS screen and broadcast that as my camera picture. And it's instead of routing through. But if I want to, I can route through OBS to stream as instead, and just have everybody's audio coming up through whichever program I call them on. So there's lots of options, but this is, I find, the best one for if you're wanting to stream direct like you would with Hangouts on air. You know, instead of having to route through your computer for OBS for streaming and things like that. So, but I've got a few videos I've got done up, and I'm trying to get a few more done up, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Going back to the Inquisition.
Nobody expects Faye's Inquisition.
Yep. I'll be getting Inquisitor heard.
I'm ready for that. I'm excited about that.
I love those
grilled.
I love those Inquisitions, seriously.
Forgive me for eating French fries.
Yeah, I'm gonna share. You know, you're right. You're right there. So, you know, you okay?
Hey, there's one for Diana. Oh, this way.
Oh, Diana's not paying attention. Apparently,
I gotta throw it over.
She's concentrating on the
tray.
Yeah. She was trying to feed you fries.
Trying to give you a French fry.
Oh, movie. Hang on. Let me get the right thing going here. Okay. There we go. Okay.
The other way. There you go.
The bad thing is
that
my image is flipped.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I have to turn away from the whole thing, and I can't see what the hell you're doing over there.
Like, I don't have enough trouble remembering which is my right and left. They got to have this shit backwards.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, one of my exes from years and years ago was a little bit more than mildly dyslexic, and it was many, many times it was, okay, make a right turn over here, and she starts going left. And no, your other right. Anyway,
Tony wants to know if is there a way to donate Bitcoin to Doc's thing? I don't know if he's serious or not, because I don't know what Bitcoin really is.
It is a cryptocurrency which allegedly is convertible to cash.
Yeah.
But I think you have to have a special way in for that, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Jim, are you still with us, darling? You're muted over there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
What you got going on your channel, honey?
I'm working on an SJ response video. Actually, I'm working on quite a few things. I have like 10 videos that are unfinished. I'm waiting on an intro to be finished.
Only 10?
Only 10. Well, I have many more written. Those are just the ones I have recorded.
Cool.
But right now, I have
That
some
sounds
just
better.
biblical criticism, counter apologetics, some of my debates, the debates with Kent Hovind, Jonathan McGlatchy, Jonathan Sheffield, Ken Ham, Seitzen Brugengate, all the fun people.
Boy, you go for the major cuckoos, don't you?
I mean, yeah, if I'm going to take a bite, I want to take a big bite. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I want to need some more milk.
More milk.
Yeah, I want to need some more milk because I'm about to be munching on some more cookies.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my!
So when is that going to give birth? Any day you said?
Any day now. She's due between yesterday and Friday.
Baby
Oh,
goat.
wow.
Baby goats are so cute.
Yeah, they're really cute. And yeah, till you figure out that they can get through every hole in the fence.
What kind of goats are they?
They
I have
the
no
ones
idea
who
how
won't give
big
birth is a dwarf Nigerian dwarf. They're dairy goats.
Oh, cool. Meh.
Meh.
No. Bucky's cow says, what?
Okay, so Tony says he made almost $100 in Bitcoin.
So he's putting like
Rolling
he's
properly.
putting like 80 of that towards the car, right?
Maybe.
Jokes. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm sorry,
Here
y'all.
we go.
He's
Oh
playing.
my, oh my! This is amazing. $1 equals 0.00009 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
How many tens of thousands of dollars is that per Bitcoin?
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
1 Bitcoin equals how many US dollars?
I'm gonna find out in half a second here. Okay, $11,044.
For one
Wow.
Bitcoin?
It
one
used to be
Bitcoin.
$28,000, wasn't it?
I want to say I remember when it was like in the 30s, like 30 something thousand, like back in its peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really taken a hit.
Weird. I don't know that I will ever get my brain around.
So,
I'm sorry, y'all. My chat's not scrolling properly. I'm not ignoring you over there. I swear. I'm just a little slow.
yeah, so $100 would be, if you want to put it that way, 9.1 bit mils. In other words, 0.009 Bitcoin.
Wow. I can imagine seeing all those zeros in my bank account.
Yeah, but I like my zeros on the other side of the significant digits, you know?
Right. And on this side of the decimal.
Yeah.
I don't know, Tony.
Okay.
I don't know.
How long have you been going for? I'm just wondering. Oh, okay. Yeah. How long's your?
I stop at 8 and purple starts at 8. Which is
Okay.
Central Time. So I've got
And then Wonder Lady after purple.
about 40 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, 37 minutes till we jump.
Okay, the Wonder Lady after purple, right?
Yes, Wonder Lady after purple.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I
And
was
then
gonna.
after Wonder Lady, the world ends, because that is the ultimate what's the word I'm looking for? Closing act.
Yeah,
After Wonder Lady, there simply is nothing.
there's nothing else.
Well, I thought Silver Lena was going to tack on the end.
No, I'm just giving you shit. You
Yeah.
know.
I don't know if we can have
haven't
a
got
lavender lady encore and we do like an omelet cook off or something.
There you
There you go. We could always have a 24-hour fundraiser. And what the hell am I saying?
Just make pancakes. Just make pancakes nonstop for 24 hours.
Oh, I've got the pancake mix here. I could do that easily enough.
Pancakes.
The problem is you make them,
almost
and you
ate
have to
that.
eat the damn things, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's why you invite all your friends.
What friends?
Well, friends, bridge hobos, whatever.
Let's see. Where is the closest friend?
I mean, for me, I guess it's like 2 feet. It's like my computer screen.
I mean, physically, in the flesh, that sort of thing. I'm
I
trying
don't know,
to think.
Lavender. How far away are you?
I am in Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're probably my closest friend.
Okay.
Aww.
From far away, it looks like a shark swimming by instead of a car.
Oh,
I got a sister out by you, Jim.
Man, I'll have what you're having.
Because let's
I'm
see.
trying to bite the car.
If Faye's in upstate New York, Cy is on the Jersey Shore.
Mommy shark do 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 do.
No.
No.
I'm sorry. Do you guys not like my favorite song?
I only have to hear that like 15 jillion times a day with these kids around here. I've got
Luckily,
it on Spotify. I
see,
mean,
I got wise. After about 3 weeks of it, I started turning around to my youngest one, and I would sing it louder and more annoying than them every time it came on. And finally, they were just like, "Can we listen to something else?" I'm like, "Yeah, we absolutely can."
Yeah, if you really want to.
I value my adult time. Let's not.
That's the one thing.
It's a lot more fun of a song when you're stoned. I'll say that.
Well, then you start putting everybody in the room's name in it, Dating shark doo doo doo.
I mean, how else are you going to get snacks to yourself?
What?
Oh yeah, that's right. Bubba is indeed around Columbus, so that's closer than either Faye or Cy.
Okay, I just got a message from Lena.
Yay!
You can start at midnight, and she says she can go till 4 a.m. or maybe longer. So
Oh, wow.
she's going to be dragging on into the night.
I don't know if I'm going to be alive at that point, man.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'm starting to run out of steam already, but we can make it. We can actually do this thing.
I'm here for the long haul. I've already had dinner. I've got beer. I've got weed. I'm good to go.
Hey, I like
You're good.
Talk about that.
Why? It's legal.
Not where I live.
Well, I'm not talking where you live. I ain't sitting in front of that 30-year-old headboard.
I know. I heard it. It's my fault. I'm bored.
You know I'm going to give you shit every time I see that, Angie, right?
That's okay, because I despise this headboard so much. The only thing is it's got a good hidey hole underneath.
Angie's like, you know what? 5 more Beanie Babies, nobody will know what this looks like.
Aww. That's exactly it.
Damn, I'm busted, man. Actually, the Beanie Babies are in the trunk over there. My husband is the Beanie Baby collector.
Oh my gosh, that was just a wild guess.
No, I have he's got them all over there.
That's awesome.
Thinks they're going to be worth money one day.
Your tags off.
So, Faye, what were you going to do for donations?
Make ringtones for people's phones.
Make ringtone. And how much was the donation?
25.
25.
They just need to put my name in the GoFundMe when they do their donation, so I know that they want it, because I don't want to be that, oh, you want a ringtone. Oh, wait, you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was going to do the chicken dance.
Mm-hmm. For how much?
I can't remember. I was hoping you would.
I thought you said anything over 50.
Anything over 50. And it'll be recorded and uploaded shortly after, because I need to adjust some things to get a recording of me doing the chicken dance.
Is that for every 50?
Well, I do one for 50. Now I'd have to do something else.
What do you do for 75?
But what I do for 75? I don't know.
Will you do the baby shark?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
I still don't know what you're talking about because I don't have kids. I never did.
You don't have to have kids to have a good time.
No, but usually you have to have a good time in order to have them.
The
That's not
current
what she
most
said.
popular version.
That's
The
not
current
what.
most popular version of that song is by Pink Pong.
That's my time to take.
I hate that I know that. Fundraiser is still at 605. I don't know. There may be some more going into the PayPal, but we won't know that until Doc wakes up again.
Yeah.
So it's going on. It's going along.
And Tony says no baby shark. Okay, so how about this? How much would people pay me not to do the baby shark?
Yeah, what if we do Baby Shark until we're paid?
That's not gonna work. You don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, well, I'd have to watch a video or something, but then I'd find
No,
out.
it's honestly it's too there's a lot that goes into it. I don't think you could just watch a video and know how to do it.
Okay.
That's not true.
No,
It's crap.
I don't know. It's like the Cotton Eye Joe, but for small people.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
It's like the Cotton Eye Joe, but it's all hands.
I'm under
It's a
5'3", so I'm not exactly tall. So,
You're not exactly.
Sassy drove everybody nuts with it the other day. Is that the song that she was doing? I missed the part that song. All I caught was the part where everybody was yelling at her to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're at Grandma Shark and nobody's yelling stop, you have to really question your friends.
Okay. Try said for $30 donation.
Yeah, I go through the uncles and aunts. I go through the whole genealogy. I go through the Bible doing baby shark. No, shark do.
So Try says she'll do for a $30 donation. She will send a piece of tatted jewelry, but she's only doing that twice. So the next two donations of $30. She'll send a piece of tatted jewelry. If you want to see, there's a tweet to me by her. You can see what she makes. Oh, bother. This is the sort of things that she makes. Copy link. There we go. Now, I don't know what she would send, but I know this is a lot of work. So oh my goodness, Nadine, your brain is so not working.
Do you know what we missed last week, guys? You know what last week was?
What?
Last week was Shark Week. Baby Shark.
How much?
I love Shark Week, and I watch Shark Week.
How much does somebody have to donate for Jim to stop singing the Baby Shark thing?
I'll do it for free.
Although I have to
no.
Wait. Never mind. Shit, I suck at this.
Yeah.
I'm the worst. I'm sorry. I don't even know why you guys brought me.
We don't know why we let you on here. Come
Who
on.
paid for my movie ticket? I didn't even bring money.
Yeah, I know.
Can I have some popcorn though, for real?
Yeah. Lavender Lady, do you have a bit of popcorn? If you sat there like this.
Hang on.
Lavender Lady should be able to. Diana should be able to pour it down your gut.
Okay.
My gullet.
I actually have quite a bit of
if you sit
popcorn
there like
around
this.
here.
I have a gullet? Are you funneling popcorn?
Say again?
I forgot.
No, I bought a crap ton of popcorn a while back. I actually have an air popper.
Yeah.
Is that more or less than 2,000 pounds?
A little less
is
than
a crap ton more than a metric ton?
I'm not saying how much less.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, is it like it's like 2 buttloads, right?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Got to get those precise measurements going.
Absolutely. It's like it's 4 cubits deep.
Actually,
Biblical measurements, even.
I measure out popcorn. I do not use the MKS system. I use the FFF system.
Fuck.
Fortnite Furlong Farkin.
I thought it was whenever you smelled it in the microwave and you knew that there was still time left and you go running and they're just going fuck.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, I'll tell you, back in the old days when the microwave popcorn was first coming out, first becoming popular, my best friend, we worked together, stuck a bag of popcorn in the office microwave, set it on fire.
Whoa. I've done that with Jiffy Pop before. You guys, I'm sure you remember Jiffy Pop.
Oh yeah.
Hell yes, I remember Jiffy Pop.
That's like
We're doing it on the stovetop and like burning half of it.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
We never
yourself.
burnt it.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
the
say-
whole appeal of that thing was that pan arrangement it came in with the foil top that
Yeah,
was.
and it bubble up.
Yep.
And it wasn't a popcorn experience unless you really burned yourself on the burner or on the aluminum itself. So whenever you were eating the salty popcorn, it reminded you every time you grabbed some, you're like,
Uh-huh. Oh my, I have to look.
the good old days.
I cannot remember whether or not I remember that stuff coming out or not.
Hey, with the whistling.
Must be the money.
And let's see if we can find Wikipedia. Hello.
If you want to go and donate with me, go to PayPal right now and get some money.
I can job to that.
Okay.
You got a dancing head.
No, but you're doing a good job. I've always wanted a backup head dancer.
Jiffy Pop was indeed introduced to the market during my lifetime, but I do not remember it. It was introduced in 1959.
What did they do before Jiffy Pop?
I don't know, man.
It
They
was
just ate the corn just right off the cob and then just shoved it up their butt and they're like, we don't know what else to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was horrible things, I'm sure.
It's religious. Don't ask questions.
Neo.
Those Aztecs had some weird rituals.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you're talking about the popcorn. I cannot remember the name of the popcorn. Let's see if anybody here can remember it. Do you remember a popcorn brand that had a two-sided package? One side was the popcorn. Another side was a stick of saturated oil.
No.
Fully hydrogenated. It was basically a stick of fat.
Yeah. No, I've never seen that.
No, I haven't either.
And I wish I could remember the brand name because I remember making that shit when I was a kid.
That probably left with the rise of high cholesterol.
Probably did, really, yeah.
I remember, like Brian says here, I remember putting it in a pot with some oil and having to sit there and hold the pot and do
Yeah,
it.
and then all of a sudden you forget, like, oh, where's the lid? Like, right as it's starting to pop, and so then you're holding the lid as you're approaching it like it's a weapon. Like,
I remember when they came out with the hot air poppers and you would put the stuff in. It looked like a big blender.
yes.
Out of the counter, spin it around and shoot it out the little shoot. That was a blast. We had fun making hot air popcorn.
I remember one time the kitten got up in there.
Oh, no.
We got it out. We didn't turn it on. That would have been weird.
Ew. Did you
Yeah.
have hairy popcorn after that?
No, nobody. Well, I was gonna say nobody likes buttery pussy, but
Oh,
probably
no.
not true.
Okay, now that reminds me of a joke, and it's a good thing I don't remember how the entire joke went, or I'd be telling it right now. It involved a witch and corn cobs, is all I can tell you.
It involved the what?
A witch and corn cobs.
Okay. Well, now you have to tell it because I don't know this one.
No.
I wish I could remember it.
Oh man.
Google.
Yeah,
You can Google it.
I will Google it, but Google doesn't tell good jokes. So like, I got to tell it in my joke style, and I'm just like, oh, that's a lame joke.
I used to have a hot air popper, one of those tabletop kind, that sort of looked like the kind that you see at the tabletop kettle corn popper. So
I love kettle corn.
Yeah, it was great. I
Yeah,
love the darn thing.
Every Christmas, I take my family to Nashville, and we go to the Opryland Resort, and we stay there, and we go do the whole Grand Ole Opry thing. And they always, when you're standing in line for the Grand Ole Opry show, and it's usually like Shrek on Ice or some crap like that, or the Rockettes or something, and there's always somebody there doing kettle corn in like a real kettle, like over a fire, and they have like different flavors and stuff, and it's one of my favorite things. Like I don't hardly eat any sweets, but kettle corn is a weakness. Yeah,
it was really good. Like the popper that I had was one of those tabletop version of the kind that you the big ones at the theaters, at the movie theaters.
Yeah, or Ace Hardware.
Yeah, that too. I guess some of the gas stations and stuff, they have the big ones like on the wheels.
My mom has one, but then again, she has like 20-something grandkids, so.
Oh yeah, so it helps. My uncle had a big one, but I got a tabletop version.
My mom's the only person I know that has like a full playground with like a jungle gym and slides and swings and merry-go-round and shit like that. I'm like, Mom, like, are you running like a daycare or what? She's like, oh, it's in case my grandkids come visit. I was like, Mom, trust me, we're not all coming to visit you at the same time.
You never know.
No, it's just not happening. Like it's hard enough to get me there when I'm the only one there, and then it's like, oh, your brothers and sisters are coming, and I'm like, oh, and that's my cue.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at the time. I'm about to have a flat tire. I need to get home.
Yeah. But, I left the baby in the oven too long.
Right. I really feel like I'm gonna come down with the flu tomorrow. I gotta.
Yeah.
There's a thing I have to do.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's like, sorry, I was gonna help some Puerto Ricans smuggle some drugs into Canada. I gotta go. I live in Oklahoma, by the way. People always ask where I live, and I'm like, Oklahoma, and they're like, where's that at? And I was like, between Mexico and Canada.
That narrows it down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally almost smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
It kind of is. But only because Texas is so damn big.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I moved from.
Really? You were?
Yeah, I'm a Texan at heart. My neighbor says that once you're in Oklahoma, once you live in Oklahoma one day, you're an Okie. But I told him that I'll never be an Okie. But then the other day, I found myself rooting for the Sooners. I say the other day, it was last year. I found myself rooting for the Sooners, and I had to, really just take a couple steps back and reevaluate myself. Like, Jim, is this where you want to be? Is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back as rooting for the Sooners? Is that what you want? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to hell for that.
It's possible.
All right, guys, we got 17 minutes till the next jump.
Yes, Doorknob Head. $50 will get me to sing all of Baby Shark on video with all of the motions, all the way up to Grandpa Shark.
Oh my God, somebody please, y'all. I really want to see Nadine Chicken Dance, and I really want to do this Baby Shark thing. Please, somebody.
But it's only the 50 after. It's a 50 after Nadine's 50 is depleted because it's not the same 50 because you don't get rewarded twice for the same 50. Nice try.
No, that's right. It has to be separate donation. One prize per person, please.
You slick, but you ain't okra slick. Okay.
Okra's looking so gross.
Ooh, I ate so much boiled okra growing up. I had trouble keeping my socks up.
I only like it fried. It's too slimy otherwise.
Oh, I love it. It's like you don't even gotta chew it. You know, it comes out the same way. It's like corn. You know, you're like I didn't even chew that. It's just, look at that. Not a bite. Just rinse it off. It's good.
Not naughty.
Well, yeah, if you don't wash it off.
I've
No,
never.
we'll get some out of the garden when they would make us cut it up and stuff, and cutting it up, and there's just slime coming everywhere. You're trying to wash it off, but
Yeah, I now I have spineless okra. I have like Clemson spineless okra, but I remember back in the day when all okra would poke the shit out of you when you go to prick it.
yeah,
And squash too.
yeah, but you couldn't wear gloves because then you couldn't hold on to it.
Oh, it's not that bad raw. It's not that bad off the plant.
We have a $50 donation.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Why?
Nadine, you know what? Why don't we just save you the trouble of having to record it? You can just do it right now.
Yeah, well, I don't have the setup.
Oh, it's
to
okay.
do it,
But we got 15 minutes left, right?
okay.
Invisible.
And Angie, are you gonna right now? Well, I can do a costume change.
I believe in you. I have so much faith in you right now, Nadine. It's not even funny.
Because I am literally. I will
Go get in that phone booth.
do a kneeling dance because that's the.
It went through.
Literally don't have it set up.
Let me go get it. Hang on, I got it. Search in.
And we thank you.
Okay.
You ever just stare off into the sunset and just think to yourself, "Hey, that's a lady."
Okay,
I'm
hotter than heck, and then let's see.
I'm hot too. It's so muggy down here. I'm wetter than an otter's pocket.
I'm this is it's what
do you want the
40
long version or the short version? I'm kidding.
Let's see about putting. There we go. And focus.
Tell me when you're ready.
Focus. I'm working on it. And
Nadine, you are such a good sport.
they're like, is this good enough? This is my.
Can y'all see
I'm wearing two shirts, by the way, guys. Come on.
Do not have a heat stroke, please.
I will definitely try. We're gonna do some minor adjustments, some scenery changes. You get to see behind the scenes, sort of. Just basically get everything out of the way. There we go. I'm kneeling. Let's see.
I'm so excited right now.
Here we go. We're almost ready. We're almost ready. I can.
This is the end of the broadcast, so if they cut me off for playing the song, I don't care.
Well, they can run, and you can run for the end of the song.
Well, they're saying that it was for Baby Shark, but I think that the donor should choose what it's for.
Yeah,
because they did ask me right before that.
Yeah, well, ask Doorknob if he wants. Okay, do you want Baby Shark or the chicken dance?
Pretty sure they want the chicken dance, but it's whatever.
Am I focused? Sort of, not really.
It's a little dark, but it's okay. There you go.
Oh.
All screenshots are redeemable for one ass whooping.
Close enough. And look, there's scenery going through me and everything. Are we?
Reminds
are we
me
good?
of who was it, Goldie Hawn in Death Becomes Her.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying.
Are you
to
ready?
Get just about. We're trying to get the top of my green screen going on here.
I've got it shrunk. I can't see you. So
yeah, I'm. Okay. Okay. Oh.
Aw.
I don't even know how to do chicken.
There are some angry Latino people around the world watching this right now.
Whatever.
Aw.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I said I'd do it. I figured I'd have time to at least watch a video.
Bork.
Bork, 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 bork. Yeah, I could do the. I never
I'm
thought
not
about
gonna
having
lie.
a.
This is worth 75.
That
You
is
screwed
the
yourself.
best thing. Thank you,
Boom,
Nadine.
boom, boom. Oh, she can't even see my sticks. Bork, bork, bork. I'm dying. I'm dying. This is like. This is way too hot. I'll be right back.
But yeah, that means you have to go over to the stream and do best shot.
And she disappears.
That was cute. That was cute.
Nicely done, my dear.
I have no idea. I'm leaning. I like a.
Putting that flossing kid out of business. That's the next Fortnite dance right there.
Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'll tell you what, I sing a lot of chickens dance. I think that's the best chicken dance I ever seen, though. I think I might pay a buck for it.
That's
Okay,
cute.
I'm done.
All right, I'm
That's
posting
cute.
the
That's
link
very
to
cute.
Purple's page. We got about 10 minutes, 9 minutes. All right.
No choking on me.
I'm steadily talking and got my mic muted. What is that mess? That's what happens when I laugh too hard.
Oh,
What's
yay.
another one, dummy?
Oh, yay.
Oh, she's gone again. That is so creepy.
What? What?
It's
What?
just, I don't know, because of the color of the background, when you put it on your face gets really white, like the sunset back there, and it's very leather facey. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh no.
See? The hills have eyes. What happened? It got real quiet.
Oh, it's fine.
All
I don't
right.
know what
I
happened.
turned my mic off because I had my fan on.
Oh. You always say that, but I never hear it.
Yeah, well, you should be able to hear it now that I'm sitting in it.
I can't hear it.
You
I
can't
don't
hear it?
No.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'll leave it on, and then my hair could blow like I'm at the beach.
There you go.
There we go. Hey, kids, want to see my pussy?
This is a PG
Well, my
stream,
pussy
you
has
know.
other ideas.
Mother said.
Oh, boys. Bit of
Gosh, I
silliness
thank you all
there.
so much for coming in and helping out. This has just been a great time. I've had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Very, 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 very moo.
Very
For a very, very, very nice person too.
It is.
Doc
It's-
is really great. I really hope people realize.
I'll have my camera on the next one.
okay.
Okay.
If I'm invited, I don't know if Purple.
See the stash.
Well, if you're still willing later on after Purple, you can come on mine.
Yeah, I said I would, of course. It's like
Okay.
and always, like if there's never anybody, like you should always know that like Jim will be there and just say, Jim, I need you here at this time, and I'll say, Yes, Wonder Lady. Whatever I can do for you, babe, my love.
So sweet.
And then she'd be like, Jim, you're creepy. And I'm like, I mean, sorry. Yeah. I have a balloon. You want a balloon?
No,
Balloon.
I don't like
I can make balloon animals, but it's one of those big round balloons, so I can only make like a turtle in its shell.
Aww.
But it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Always.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
I honestly don't know how you people put up with me. I don't know how.
That's my
Have you
line.
watched our streams? Like, this is like tame.
You're easy
Oh,
on
well,
the eyes.
Good.
You're
I turned it down to 7. I want to now up to 11 and pull it off.
Hey, you want a less than tame live stream? I still have the picture of the guy wearing nothing but an AR-15 and a Colt sidearm.
No. Just no.
I'm
No.
not even kidding. I had the exact same picture with a BMG 50.
Okay.
I'm not sure about my objections to yours, but I know this guy that Lavender Lady's talking about is a no.
I'm just going to say that a BMG is a lot bigger than an AR-15.
Oh my goodness.
One night during one of Dawn's never-ending live streams, I had the misfortune to look at my Twitter feed, and from Stone Cold, there it was. And I was like, oh no. And everybody, what? And I showed the picture, and that was just the end of any hint of normalcy.
I needed to scrub my eyes out with an SOS pad, one of those scrubby
And a wire
SOS
brush.
pads. Yeah, a wire brush and some bristle pads and stuff, just to get the.
That's how I feel every day after work.
Some powder gain or some Ajax.
Yeah, that too. That would have worked really
And
well.
like those knee or those elbow high yellow latex gloves. What is it called? Like what is your leg elbow? Like, is it like your leg bow? Like, what is that again? What do they call it? Yeah, but like
That's your penis.
no, but for your leg though.
Your knee?
No, the other side, the crook of it. Like that's your.
I think that's usually called the back of the knee, but
I'm calling it the leg bow.
The leg bow.
Because the elbow is both the crooked part and the pointy part.
or I can call it the calf pit.
The calf pit.
Calf pit.
Oh my.
Yeah. You don't want to go near the thigh pit, like. Ooh.
Alrighty. Let's see here.
T minus 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay.
Woohoo!
From the font of all knowledge, that is called the. Let's see if I can get the pronunciation correct here. The popliteal fossa.
No.
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 They don't give me an international alphabet spelling of this.
Oh my god, I cannot believe he's got that fucking lawnmower.
Of what?
My husband has decided to crank up the lawnmower right outside my damn window.
Well, it's almost
you can
over
barely hear it.
anyway.
Hey, and plus, now you don't have to say mow the damn yard like he's already done it. So I mean, just think, it's small victories.
He's only had all day to do it. It's 8 o'clock at night.
It's the best time to do it.
I'm gonna go pop onto the other channel.
Yeah,
All right,
So that he doesn't think that we've abandoned him.
Can somebody send me the
I'm
link?
gonna shut her down anyway because I'm coming over there too.
Okay.
Can somebody send
See
me
you
the link on
guys.
Twitter or?
Thank y'all so much.
Sure.
I love you all.
Talk to you soon.
I need a link.
We'll get you one.
Okay.
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 What with
Okay.
all?
I'm waving. You can't see it, but I'm waving.
I'm trying to find my cursor. Bye.
Giveaway.
It's at the end of the mouth.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, we know. We got to get the majestic hair going.
Hooray.
There we go. How's that?
I love y'all.
Okay, so anyway,
Oh, let's gotta grab the car.
Grab the car. Take it with you.
are we
Drove
all
away.
waving? Yay!
Okay. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Enjoy, kids. See you on the other side.
Okie dokie.